So it's pretty easy to say that, EA hasn't exactly had the best track record when it comes to these games, and, you know, with the exception of Fallen Order, they haven't started well. It's definitely arguable that Battlefront 2 did get better with age, and honestly is one of the better games EA have ever made, like, just period, now. But at the time, I think it's easy to say it was terrible, and that doesn't fill me with too much hope whenever there's a new game announced. But honestly, Star Wars Squadrons looks like it's going to be fun. And at the end of the day, that's all you really need from a Star Wars space game of any description, whether it's or just a vehicle game, whether that's a racer, whether that's a dogfight like simulator sort of thing. All you need really is it to be decent, and then you're there, because Star Wars, a lot of the time, the games, especially when the games are focused around vehicle warfare or racing or something, a lot of the enjoyment comes from the fact that you get to interact and use these new vehicles. And, that was one of the better parts of dogfights in Battlefront 2, though I personally didn't like the controls that much. I got used to them over the course of my playthrough of the campaign. But generally, I wouldn't exactly say they were too fun. And, it's a bit of a mixed bag at the end of the day. And I definitely think there's potential there. I love Rebel. I think it's actually can't remember what it's called. Is it Red 5 or is it Rebel Squadron? But whatever. I think they're both games actually. But yeah, I really like certain dogfight simulators from the Star Wars universe. I don't like all of them, but I like them generally, and it's more a case of I enjoy them more if they have a more common control scheme, which can be difficult because of the fact that it's space warfare. It's full axis control. You can move in any direction you want. And I personally just hope that, we actually see consistency, and we actually see like things work out in terms of, does the TIE fighter actually go much faster, but is maybe a little bit heavier to maneuver, whereas the X-Wing is really easy to maneuver, but it's a bit slower? Because in a lot of ways, that's the point of them, and Battlefront 2 really annoyed me with that, because I hated driving anything or flying anything other than TIE Fighter, because the TIE Fighter was the fastest and the most maneuverable, and it did a ton of damage, which is ridiculous to me, because it's the worst TIE. Like, definitively, it's supposed to be the worst TIE, but when interceptors are slower than it, it's like, what's even the point? That was something that in the campaign I was always getting confused about. How, you get a TIE fighter and you're suddenly the strongest thing in the world. You get in an X-Wing and suddenly you've got nothing. You've got the ability to heal yourself with the astromech, or Dio, whatever his name is, BO? D1? I don't remember. The little drone. And that's about it. So, hopefully, the controls are good. And if the controls are good, I can pretty much guarantee I'll enjoy it to some degree. And yeah, that's all I can really hope for. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Lunar rainbow flag, happy pride, rabbit with facts. Streamer let's play, they them out like dinosaurs. FNAFN, troll, not the leader of a cult. Rabbit with sax, it's Luna.